7:15 in the morning and I've got a problem. And what I mean by I've got a problem is that from this time in the morning there's a bit of a dead spot. Because it's now 6:30, I've just got home from work, I haven't had a second all day to pick up the camera to vlog. I work in a school, so even if I wanted to, I couldn't. So this whole work-life balance thing doesn't quite cut it for me. It's far more complicated than that. I think there's way more at play, and if we want to make the most of every single day, this is what I think we need to do. Because actually, hang on one second, I think there's a third category for most people in the world, and it's not just work and life. You have to balance work, life and passion. I don't know if you can see this, but that's the run done now. The darkness is gone, it's starting to get light, and this is where the next part of life comes in, and that's me trying to spend some time with my family before we go off to work, but it's a really pinched time, so we've got to get in there. And here we are back again at 6 PM in the evening, so I've had no time today. What I'm going to have to do is I think I'm going to have to try and squeeze the snippets out of the day, because getting the balance is what the vlog is all about. So I'm going to have to try and be creative, and you'll have to bear with me while I do all the little bits and bobs that I do every day and don't usually film. Now, before I start prepping for dinner, I think I'm going to need visual representation of what I'm trying to put across, so bear with me for a second. I'm going to talk to you whilst I'm preparing our dinner. So here's my first point on why I think you need to have 3 things to keep a balance of rather than 2. Because lots of people have a working life, can you see that? Have a working life, have a life outside of work, but not necessarily a passion. Right, so they might work because it gives them money, and then when they live, they use the money that they get from work to live. Oh, by the way, I changed my t-shirt because I like to get home and feel like I'm not in my work clothes all evening. Some people have that third element, the passion, but what they do is they funnel it in one of the already existing elements. So we have sometimes people can find passion in their work, but it's at the detriment to their life. So they really throw themselves into work. You know the people, they work all the hours given, and really they have no extra time for their life. But on the other side of it, some people are really, really passionate about their family, and as a result, their work is just a function. It's just something that gives them money in order to, sorry, let me get this back. Their work just pays them money in order to funnel that into the passion that is their life. Both of these, by the way, totally acceptable to do. That's no problem. Is that a fulfilling life? That's my question, really. So while that simmers away and I tidy up a little bit, I'll talk to you about my thinking about this. You can have your work-life balance, or you can have one that's not balanced and you have work and life, where your passion is there, but it's focused into one of the two. Or, I think you could also have a work-life passion balance. Now this is difficult to get. Let any one of them get that little bit bigger and the other two suffer. If I were to let my work take over, then my life would suffer, my passion would suffer. Because make no mistake about it, I love my job, I'm passionate about it, but if anything, I don't feel like I reach enough people. And that is where the passion comes in. So not only am I passionate about my work, I'm passionate about my life, the training, the living it, my relationship with Mary, my dog, but I'm also passionate about my passion. Does that make, can you even say that? I am passionate about helping seeing people fulfill their potential, and that's where the 40 challenges comes in, that's where the new Tuesday tutorial comes in. But any one of these gets too big, the other two suffer. Fun fact, I actually got in a little bit of trouble with Mary this weekend. And not trouble, but I spent the entire weekend trying to put together the tutorial vlog and the other vlog. Now, there's no way you can get this work-life passion balance without making mistakes. I think the mistakes are necessary to find out what does work and what can make a balance, to try and get this down. Hi. And keeping an eye on this one. So if you can find a job that you're passionate about, if you can find passion in your everyday life, and you can pursue other passions, like for me, vlogging, doing the 40 challenges, doing these tutorials so that I can spread my knowledge, and you can consolidate them here in one nice little bundle so that they're all together and not one of them is overtaking the rest. That purple there, that's what we're on this earth for, is to find our purpose. But we need to make sure those three elements are balanced. So here's the key: knowing how to balance it all is not the important thing. Maybe the important thing is what you balance in the first place.